Okay, so today we're going to be today. It's been like an hour. Uh, my wife is taking a nap, so I can do a short stream right now. We're going to be popping into the live chat. There we go. There. Perfect. Okay. So we're in here, and so last time we finished up the first war with Yaren, and currently we're going to try. We've already got this coring. And I'm gonna try to see if I can take out the rebels that are guaranteed to spawn before we finish. Now we still have this fortress. So reduce overextension is one of the missions that we can take. We're going to go ahead and take that. And we don't want to declare any new wars quite yet. Fortune is currently losing against Buryatia. I'm in fact I don't see any reason to have normal cavalry when I can have banners. Yeah, so these two are just kind of fighting each other, and we're going to chill for now. So we've cored Giran. And if we can finish coring Hingen, like 3 years. Interesting. So unless these guys start getting separatism before, like faster than scheduled, we should actually be able to do this. So that's good. So once we form the Manchu, we won't have to worry about separatist rebels anymore. So they're currently losing very badly against Korchin. Korchin is probably going to annex them. Do I want... We'll see. So what I'm going to do, if Korchin vassalizes them, which they did not. They just took all their territory. So they've just announced me as a rival. And this is perfect because this will allow us to then declare war on them and take some of their territory. We're going to want to actually take some of the provinces from Korea this time. So, Haiti separatists. if this doesn't proc. It has the chance to proc if it ticks twice in 2 months. Okay, so we can't run into these separatists anymore because in December we will be coring Hingen. And once Hingen is cored, we can just unite the tribes, and then we are the Manchu. Boom. Okay, so that's done. Now we still have these separatists showing up in Girin for whatever reason, but none of the other provinces. Okay, so and good. So the Girin protesters are gone. Now it's in Irken for some reason. Okay, Irken makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Okay, so we can state this. No, we can't. We can state this, though. There we go. Anything else that we can state? Yes, we can state this. And because we didn't have to increase the autonomy anywhere, we're in very good shape from an autonomy standpoint. Okay, so we can now go after the next conquest. There's no reason to delay. Go after... There is a reason to delay. We have a truce. Okay, let's look at Korea. Korea has 18,000 troops right now. And we're gonna definitely want to take them out. So, save the Manchu people. So, protect against Korea is one of our missions. I'm going to go ahead and take this because I think that we should raise these banners. If we raise 4 banners here, we'll have... Let's do it. We have near numerical parity with this. And we can actually afford it for now, apparently. It's kind of crazy. Even with this fort. So do we want to keep this fort? I feel like the function of this fort is damn near non-existent. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of this, especially since we're going to be taking this, which has a fort already. So... rooting out corruption is a goodly portion of our expenditure right now. So once my troops are at, let's say, 80%, we're gonna go in on Korea. So we've got these claims. And yes. Alright. So the next thing on the list, next thing on the chopping block, so to speak, is Korea. So going in against Korea, we prefer to attack them, to fight them in grasslands. And a year from today, we will definitely have 0 corruption. We have a huge amount of power projection right now. So we are going to... These guys have 17,000 troops. We have 15. And we are going to be going after them, I guess. 2, 3... And I'm an idiot! I did it again! Damn it! Oh, I'm such an idiot. I keep forgetting to pay attention to the date, because these mothballed forts have 0 in them, which means that I don't have to siege them. I do not have to siege forts. This fort on the sidelines, I do not need to actually besiege at all. This is God, I'm such an idiot. Okay, well, fine. Whatever. Oh, this guy's going right to me. Okay, never mind. Okay, so what am I gonna do now that I've completely botched this? These guys are going to Hunkun. Now, when they get to Girin, I'm gonna just go after them. Because... Oh, I didn't see them walk in. Because they are now on the offensive, they have a way weaker general, and Girin is grassland, so... Look at that. Boom. Annihilation. Alright, so we're just going to pop down here. Unfortunately, it's going to take a long time for us to siege this down, because I'm an idiot. Alright, so we're gonna just chill here. Gonna send these guys down to here. I think it's a good idea to give them other shit to worry about than just the fort that I'm holding. Alright, so we currently outnumber them, but we need to make sure that all of those numbers are in the correct location. Disease outbreak, lovely. That's just what I like to see. And we do not outnumber them anymore. So these guys are heading north. So they're heading to Girin. I have a suspicion that they're going to come after me here. And they are. So I might have fucked myself over here. Damn it. It was a near thing. It's really crazy actually when you think about it that just the time of the month that you go in there makes such a huge difference, but it really does. It's such a massive difference. So if I lose this war, I'm gonna have to restart, unfortunately. Luckily, since these guys are basically mercenaries, I'm gonna take a look actually. So Korea has no mercenaries right now, and they only have 3,000 manpower left, which means I just realized that I have the wrong thing here as well. Okay, we're waiting one more month and then we're going in. And now's the time that they have to start using what? Why am I losing? Fuck me, they got Pike Square. I wasn't paying enough attention and they got Pike Square. I'm gonna lose this war because they're gonna be able to siege this down. We have to restart. Shock of shocks. Ark did something stupid that requires a restart. I know everybody's amazed by this. Okay. So the key with Korea is that I need to attack them at the right time of year. I can't just go after them willy-nilly. I have to go after them at the appropriate time. So, or time of month rather. I have to attack them at the beginning of the month so that I can then take that fortress before having to siege the whole thing down. Because that fort is just too good a fort. It's in the mountains. It's almost impossible for me to take that fort unless it's mothballed. So, them's the breaks. Okay, so it's time. Sending commercial alliance offer immediately. And what else is happening? Start building a spy network down here. And making my... Okay, great. So he's terrible, but he does have siege. So the fact that he has siege might be worth more than everything else. So on the 11th of December, we're going to go after this guy. Okay, declaration is coming out. What? That's new. Who did you set as rivals? Huh. So this is something we're going to be doing automatically here. There is the distinct possibility that we're going to lose the first battle and then just have to restart. Just because I don't know. They have a 4-shock general. How am I going to win this? I mean, not if I roll zeros. Alright, yeah, we're just going to restart. I mean, I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that. They get a good general, we get a bad one. I mean, I guess I could build more troops and then sit around for 10 years, but at that point, why bother? You just restart if you get a really, really bad combo like that. I think we actually would have won that fight anyway, as long as we didn't get such a massive string of bad luck. Because if you look at the rolls there, I got a 0 and they got a 6 on the, I think it was the first, possibly the second shock phase, which enabled them to just obliterate me pretty much instantaneously. So I'm gonna send an alliance offer to these guys. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Destroy all these. I'm gonna get rid of this immediately so that I can accumulate some money, and he's terrible, but that's okay. He's allowed to be terrible. He's just not allowed to get terrible, be terrible while I get unlucky. That's key. So these guys are now allied with me, and we will have a claim on Girin. So they, for whatever reason, they deleted a bunch of troops, and they're now down to 9. So we're going to call them into this war. We're going to have take Girin as the war goal. Unite the tribes. Have a 3-shock general, but they're so outnumbered here. Shit, man. Terrifying. Okay, so what we're gonna do I'm gonna check whether this fixes the situation that I had there. What? Okay, they're retreating to Yihi. Oh, they are. Somebody's... okay, so one of their units is... That's fine. So, these guys are going to arrive eventually. I think I need to just try and get to their army so that they can't consolidate it. And I can't do that because their army is stronger than mine. That's honestly fine, though, because we intend to declare war on them anyway. These guys have 5 shock. Holy shit. Alright, so Aigun is currently controlled by them. These guys are heading to there. So we might as well just keep looting. So these guys are going to Hingen. I'm gonna send these guys away to El Chuca. So, yes, the attacker is me. So, the key with that, it's kind of bizarre. This is going to Birja. But the basic gist here seems to be that the person holding the siege, if they send... when you split the army into 2, you're creating a new army. That new army then has less priority compared to another army that has already arrived than the other one. So what you want to do is you want to move everybody into the new army and then leave one guy behind in the original army, which then allows you to retain control of the siege. Okay, so here's the key. I can't have them join me. In this war. But what I can do Okay, we're gonna go to Udi. And then from Udi, we're going to go into Miyuga-san. My hope is that Yaren and the Heitzi will interfere with each other over there. And it doesn't look like that's happening. I'm really concerned about attacking these guys head on because of the fact that my general is such trash. We're now in a base race. We have two. We're just gonna have to hope that we win this base race, I guess. We're gonna lose this base race almost definitely. I'm gonna try an assault. And we did not successfully assault it. And that means that we're just gonna get it fucking crushed. Yep. God, I think I have to restart. Without a win there, there's no way of coming out of this. So that was a major miscalculation. When I realized that those guys had a 5-shock general, I should have just played it safe. And I didn't. I just didn't. I didn't play it safe because I'm a dope. But having a war where you've got two different enemy groups simultaneously is really dangerous. That said, that particular fight, if they get a 5-shock general and I've got somebody with 1, it's just going to be a really, really tough thing to come back from. It really just comes down to the stats on the initial generals that you get, because everybody's got the same military power. Okay. So I do think so this gives me a 20% reduction in cavalry cost. I currently have 3 cavalry. I'm going to raise these banners. And start paying off my corruption. And I'm going to get my completely useless leader in charge. And we will keep these cavalry around for the initial month, and then get rid of them. We already sent the alliance offer, right? Yes, okay. I'm gonna start building a spy network over here in Yaren. So I'm losing a pretty decent amount of money right now, but I'm actually going to be regaining that money eventually. So Korchin is willing to join. I'm gonna call them in. Okay, so we're on pretty even footing here. So, since we've won that initial battle, it's not good enough. So our goal here is to take out this army. And we're unfortunately going to arrive next month, which means that they have time to recover. On the plus side, they don't have anywhere to run to. On the unfortunate side, we keep they keep getting allowed to regenerate, so we'll arrive on the 1st of May, of course. There we go. Got him. Whew. So, we're going to have 100% carpet siege here. Which will be very good. We don't have to worry about Yaren getting up to any funny business. So, and I can actually bring Korchin into this one as well. We'll get average penalties? So they get a bonus, not a penalty. Don't tell me they're getting a penalty and then give them a bonus. Okay. So once we finish this siege, we will be set. I'm going to delete these. So now we only have cavalry that are actually good, as opposed to the trash cavalry that you start the game with. And we'll be purging our corruption shortly. Meanwhile, while we wait, we're just accumulating money. From the whole looting thing. And we will be able to fully annex the Haichi and then go after the Yaren. So we can go after Yaren now. Could call Korchin into this, take Hengen as our war goal. So because of the fact that we have the 10,000 troops from Korchin as well, it should be damn near impossible for us to lose this. These will arrive in February. These guys are continuing on to Birija. And I think that they are just hiding their army for now. And it looks like they are giving me these territories, which is nice as well. They're just handing them over to me because they don't have a means of holding them. So we will arrive in Fudali one day before they do. And there we go. We found their army. So as long as we keep track of this army of theirs... A royal marriage offer from Ming? That's new and surprising. Okay. Okay, so... Oh, this guy has a siege. That's It's also somewhat inconvenient. Because I need to chase down their army now. Going to Ilan Hala. Going to Kuru now. Come on, guys. They're not gonna fucking join. Okay, now they are. 25th. Okay, they're gonna arrive first. So... we now have twice as many troops. What? How are we still losing this? How are we losing? Okay, we were losing that, right? No. No, we were... I'm an idiot. I'm getting confused about who's the winner and who's the loser. Am I? I don't even know, actually. Oops. Okay, so... so we're going to detach a siege here. These guys are going to Darren, right? Yeah. With them in Darren, I can actually prevent this army from retreating through Darren. As long as they stay in that spot, these guys won't be able to continue the other direction. So as long as we win the fight before they leave... Yep, there's going to be a fight here. And we don't need to get involved because these guys will wipe them out. And there we go. Our war exhaustion is high, but we've got both Yaren and Haitzi dealt with. Alright, so... you know, it would be really derpy of me to have a bunch of transports show up out of nowhere and take... so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this. Just gonna send these guys over here. We just won the Siege of Miyuga-san, which means that we can now go after Haitzi. Do the full annexation here. Okay, gain a bunch of power projection from that. And how much overextension, first of all? Garen resolved. How much overextension do I have? That's something I didn't check. A 64% overextension. So 32 gets me up to 90 some overextension. So anything else that we want to take? Yes. We want to humiliate them in the process. So this is going to really, really piss off our ally, and we can make them pay war reparations at the same time. Boom. So we got the Unite the Tribes thing complete. Our ally, I guarantee you, is going to be saying screw you. Do I want? No. I don't want to raise either of these because they're both Manchu provinces, and that means that I'll be reducing the number of the raider things that I can get if I do so. So, we finished there. And Korchin is already a tributary of Ming. So I don't have to worry about that. I do not need to keep building this network. Start building a spy network in Buryatia. And we need, what is it? There we go. I'm not going to be going after them now. We're going to be going after Buryatia first, and before we go after Buryatia, we have some other things to resolve. Okay, so why do I only have 4 of these? Shouldn't I have 5? Alright, so we now have enough power projection. We're currently getting the right thing. Get their loyalty up even more. So cavalry cost is currently reduced. Let's see here. So I'm not going to worry too much about the Age of Discovery stuff. I want to have own a large city, and I guess embrace Renaissance. And that will give me a golden era. So that's the 3 things that I'm going to have done. So this will be done later this year. And once we've got our overextension dealt with by finishing the 2 cores that we're doing here, our finances are going to skyrocket. Because in addition to not having the corruption, we're also going to be gaining other bonuses. So let's see here. Okay, this is done over. I think now is the time to go after our next target. And do I want... I'm debating whether I want to annex them or vassalize them. I'm thinking I probably actually just want to vassalize them. Oh shit, I can't form the thing while I'm at war. I forgot about that. I am an idiot. I am a complete moron. So if I have to get a white piece to prevent my provinces from uprising, then so be it. I should be able to at least get that, even if I can't get their capital. First, 29th. So, I think I want them as a vassal. I'm not going to get any claims on their territory, and just making them into my oh, I can't make them my vassal, because if I make them my vassal, they actually become Ming's vassal instead. I think. Either that, or it was just a weird mechanic of the way that it all interacted before. Oh right, this guy's the guy that has siege. So since he actually has siege skill, we need to just loot this province. Let's get out of here. So Girin is cored. Hingen is cored. We haven't formed Manchu yet. So those separatists are pretty high right now. No, I'm not going to core them yet. I'm going to wait until I have my claim. We just need to wait for this siege to go. We can annex Buryatia. We might not be able to annex them. We might be forced to leave something like Karenga. Alright, so we can't take everything and make them a subject. We're gonna just leave Karenga, which means that they don't have anybody that they're adjacent to. Alright, so we now have really high stuff. And we can unite the tribes. Yoink. And we gain no new traditions, but that's fine. And our overextension is not actually minimized yet. Here's a question. Do we want... Doing this gives us a sizable chunk of stuff, but this is a pretty good state. So, if we get this state, alright, I think it's worthwhile to just core it and not raise it. Okay, so our finances are back in the positive. We do have some unrest over here. The High Sea Separatists are dealt with, the Yeren Separatists are also dealt with, I believe. So Korchin is going to break this alliance with us and set us as a rival, which is 100% fine by me. And let's see, so Oirod is currently getting beaten up, and so Oirot has just announced me as a rival. Interestingly enough. And Yeren, Korea are my only rivals. Am I have an alliance with Korchin, but I can set them as rival. Strangely enough. So... what am I going to do here? Do I want to increase my local autonomy? There's going to be a substantial number of Buryat separatists when they do spawn. Okay, Yeren is no longer a valid rival, and now we need to check who we want as our new rival. I guess we're gonna set Oirot, and Korchin just broke their alliance with us, so we're gonna set Korchin as a rival as well. Okay. So they have a truce with us for 5 years. See. Alright. And we don't really need to keep building a spy network here. We're going to start building a spy network in Korchin. Now, the reason for this is just to increase the speed of my sieges, not to increase anything else. So if we put these guys here, that puts the Haitzi off the map. They can't continue increasing, so they'll just start fading away. How did they get up to 90%? Okay, we're boosting our stability, and that allows us to encourage divination, which gives us another -1 to national unrest. So we should be good now. And Ingen and Urkin, we can go ahead and finish coring. There we go. Renaissance has popped. So, do we need... So we're going to state this, definitely, which means that we're going to want to keep it stable and not... encourage them to go into other businesses. Okay, so now we've got 2 incoming stuff right now. We could get 4 more of these guys. We could get 2 more of them here. Do I want... How much does a cavalry cost? Upkeep of a cavalry is 0.39. Oh, that's the other thing that I need to do. Before I start getting into wars with people that matter, we need to get steppe cavalry, because steppe cavalry are just better for the purposes of this stuff. So, I think I'm going to get 4. We're going to raise 4 bannermen. It increases our corruption, but the earlier we get our corruption increased, the better. Because the less we have to spend resolving it. So once we've got this army completely put together, we can go after Korea. So it's going to take 2 years to finish this. How much does this? They have 80%, so all we have to do is annex them next. Unfortunately, they're no longer a rival, so we won't get any power projection when we do so. So the Buryat separatists are not going to be a problem, I think. And we can get some of our war exhaustion dealt with now. Okay, gain time and army, tradition, and the tribes gain 10 influence. Both of those are good things, because the more influence they have, since they're currently loyal, the more the reduction for my cavalry costs is. So, let's see. It's fine. The only reason that I take that, usually I wouldn't take prestige at the cost of any points, but I'm a writer. As an author, I feel like I have a responsibility to be a patron of the arts. Alright, so these will be done coring in 2 years. Oops. Shit. Oops. I just refused tribute to the Ming. Whoopsie doopsie. So... So I guess we should probably start building a spy network over here. We can get a mission that will allow us to start taking territory. I don't need this. I don't need the spy network. I'll be doing that later. Fortunately, I'm still losing money. Corruption is expensive. Okay, I'm going to drop this cost. And that should... There we go. So, we're now back in the green. We're all set. All we have to do is... Let's see. We have 3 years before Fortune loses their thing with us. We can get Pike Square now if we want. And to go after Korchin, we don't need Pike Square. Let's see. The Ashikaga are now available as an option for me. I think that the alliance with the Ashikaga was extremely valuable for us. Very, very valuable. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And let's see, what else are we going to do? I think we're going to wait and go after Korchin first. So, in a year, we won't have any more corruption, so all of our corruption costs will drop to damn near 0. And once we finish this, we can core these fully. And let's see. Truce with Yaren ends in 11 years, so we have a long time before we can finish annexing them. But they're small enough now that we can just annex them. Let's see. The Buryat separatists are getting very close. So this is pretty much, this is like a global increase of autonomy that's pretty substantial. I'm gonna accept it though. I don't want to, I currently am gonna have some trouble with my powers. That's, is there any reason? No, I need Pike Square now. Pike Square is too important to not get right now. It was silly of me to even contemplate whether I wanted to not get it right now. It doesn't cost pretty much any extra right now, and by getting it now, we ensure that we don't have to worry about being crushed in wars later. So... So one of these has to have decent supply limit, right? No. So for now, I'm just going to eat this attrition. But the other thing is that the more of my army that's taken up by these Eastern Steppe Cavalry, the better. Let's see. Okay, so we're slowly getting there with Ashikaga. So once I get an alliance with them, okay, they're still at 80%. So we should be able to core this territory before we increase the autonomy. I like it. I like it a lot. So we've completed this mission. And let's see. Unite the tribes. This is a claim on... The Great Horde? Okay. Let's see. I don't think I want to do that. We do want to set this. So all these are now cored. So all of their autonomy is down to 46%. And we can either let the rebellion happen, perfect, so these guys are ready. We can either let the rebellion happen or start moving elsewhere. Now the problem is that I don't really want, now that I think about it, I don't want to keep taking more territory right now. So this stuff has... Okay, so the unrest went to 0 for some reason. For some reason, I don't have any separatism anymore. I don't know what's going on with that. I like it, but I don't know why it happens. So this gives me... claims on all of that stuff. So I guess I might as well do that. Oh, right, we need to give these guys control some territory. Let's give them one of these. So... okay. So our financial situation is looking good. We can actually call this guy back. I don't need to keep improving relations with them. Now have an alliance with the Ashikaga. Wow. So the question here is, do I keep expanding or do I start teching? I think for now I just keep expanding. Fortune has a rank 3 military, so we should be able to just... Oh, we have a truce with them. Okay, so we have a truce with them for 1 more year. We're going to wait on that, and then we're going to annex them. So let's see here. I need to spend a total of how much admin power? Okay, I need to spend about 300 admin power on that. Actually, I don't. My first... I just realized this, but my first thing is not going to be diplomatic anymore. So I don't have a real vested interest in holding on to diplomatic power right now. So with me not needing to hold on to diplomatic power, I can just burst all of this with diplo and military power completely. So I shouldn't have done that, but that's okay. Next time we're gonna wait. Alright, so August of next year is what we're waiting for. Once that happens, we will be raring to go. The advantage of doing it earlier is that you get more money. Something just declared war on Chagatai. Okay, Truce with Korchin just expired. They still do not have a rank 4 military. So Boduna is going to be the war goal. Yahoo. Okay, so we can now split this army in half. And this will help us accumulate money as well. So my hope is that I can get Renaissance and then, like, without using any admin power at all. I don't know how reasonable that is to think is going to happen, but we'll see. We're gonna wait 1 more. month. This should also allow us to come close to capping our horde unity. I don't like +2 to national unrest, but it's not a huge deal, I don't think. Let's do Unite the Tribes. I forgot to actually take that. So we now have a claim on... Shit, we didn't get the claims. Well, I'm a dope. So we just won the Siege of Boduna. Oh, I didn't actually loot the whole province. Whoops. So our horde unity is up to 89. And we don't necessarily have to cap it here. We are in fact not going to be able to cap it here. But we can come pretty close. So they finished taking that one province. Which is unfortunate, but not the end of the world. And once we get 2 more months worth of ticks out of this, we'll go ahead and maybe annex them, maybe not. We'll have to see. There we go. Okay, so we're up to 93 horde unity, which isn't too bad. And we cannot annex them in this war. So it looks like, because I don't want to keep being at war when there's no reason to be. So we're going to go ahead and do this. This gives us a nice chunk of territory that we can go ahead and core. So, glomp. We've taken all this, and now we're going to want to move into Korea. Preferably before they get to a rank 5 military. And all this provincial unrest. 1.6 years we'll have a revolt. Do we have anybody that we can increase? No. Okay, so we're not going to increase the autonomy on any of these places. We are not going to raise any of them either. What we will do is wait one day. It is now the 1st. This is a mothballed fort. And let's take a look at military ledger. Korea has the same number of troops we do, but we have the dramatically superior troops. I'm gonna go ahead and set tribal conquest as our thing. Right in here. We're going to arrive on the 9th. And that means that the second this ticks for the first time, because there's nobody defending this fort, we immediately take it. And it's going to happen pretty fast because of the fact that we have a massive spy network for them. So we've taken this, which also conveniently makes it so that... Oh, nice. These guys are going to attack me? Good call, friends. Okay. So we wiped them out. These guys are going to go to Giran, I assume? They're not. They're going to chill here. Bad terrain for me. I do have a 1 shock advantage on them, so... Yeah, we just have to go after these guys. I don't want them taking my territory. Oh shit. This is closer than I would have liked it to be. Okay. Ooh, cavalry franking ability. Up. So they can presumably run to this location. I don't think they can run further, though, can they? Maybe, maybe not. It kind of depends. I do not believe they can. Oh, beautiful. And this is hills, which sucks for me, but... They're going straight to here. And done. So we've wiped out their army. We can now send our army down to their farmlands. Yahoo! So, we are going to be taking all of these northern areas, which I didn't get a claim on all of them, but that's okay. Okay, I don't see any sort of massive mobilization going on here. We should arrive here in time. So. How many troops do they have? Korea has 6,000 troops right now, so I'm going to split half of this army off. Send them up to here. And interestingly enough, I should be able to actually just go around their pretty much the whole place. I guess I can't get to this location. This area here is protected. So these guys are just hanging out right next to my army. Always a good strategy. Hanging out right next to the army that's going to crush you. Got another wall breach. Send these guys up here. They still only have 6,000 troops, so I don't really see any reason to do too much. And I can basically just take a full swath out of Korea here. So we have Korchin separatists spawning. I don't see any way that I'm going to even mitigate them, much less prevent them. So I do think, however, that it's a good idea to expend a little bit of effort in delaying them a bit. Because the longer I delay their arrival, the more effectively I can deal with them. I'd prefer to be able to take this siege and then be able to get just a huge swath out of Korea before I do that. And in terms of Korea, so the Timurids are an option for me in terms of who to beat the crap out of, or not beat the crap out of, who to ally with so that I don't have to worry about China. Okay, they're not going to allow me to take this, and I don't want to yet anyway, now that I think about it. I want to... So my overextension is 64% right now. Meaning that my current goal should pretty much just be to chill here and get these guys up to 100% war score. It's tempting to try and raid with this army, but I don't think that's what I need to do. I think what I need to do is wipe out their army completely. So that I can actually deal with the Qing separatists sooner rather than later. So my goal here (17th of September). So the Qing separatists are only at 80% still. And boom. So they're fully carpet sieged. They are not fully carpet sieged. Oh, never mind. Let's see. October, yeah. And I guess I can't completely carpet siege them because I'm never going to get this Jeju place. But I can come pretty damn close. So, how are we doing here? Still at 80%. Actually, I'm going to leave this guy here. Just to ensure that if I get a disease outbreak, I'm still pushing forward. Okay, we're sitting at 100 horde unity. And I wasn't paying enough attention. So those guys spawned. So we need this one guy to stay here. Everybody else is going north to deal with my rebels. So we've got a 17k stack, which is something that I can easily handle. So on we go. And this is steps, so we should be able to go in there. Good. Okay. Considering that Boduna just rebelled, I probably should have just done the +10 unrest thing. I'm concerned that it's going to last into the next These guys are going to where? Alright, so those separatists are dealt with. So, we saw provincial unrest in a few different places that will be dealt with once we get our overextension down, or, more accurately, because we're never getting our overextension down. Let's see, do I need... No. I'm not going to hire any advisors because money is how I'm going to get access to Renaissance. Okay, so these cores will finish this year. Including, yes, September. And we've already finished some of them. Interesting. So I'm getting, I guess, 2 Horde Unity out of this. No. Okay, we've already fully looted this. It's a cheap province. Alright, so... I can take 100 war score from them. 100 war score gives me 83% overextension, so we're going to definitely need to finish coring first, but that's going to be done in just a little bit. Alright, so we just cored pretty much everything. We have 2 more to go. Done, and we're at 10%. How much am I getting? I'm only getting 83%. That said, though... So Ming might join a coalition against me if I do this, which is kind of interesting considering that I'm a tributary of theirs. We do not want to core those. Yet. So if I reach the limit for states... Where does that show up anyway? Okay, once this finishes, we're not going to wait for that to finish, are we? Oh shit. So we've lost the humiliate rival Casus Belli. And we can delete some of these forts. Okay. So everything's starting to get cored. Korea is no longer a valid rival. And Oirat is our currently only rival. So 10% technology cost reduction. Am I going to be getting new technologies in the next 10 years? Kind of hard to judge. I'm actually going to get the stability instead for now. Just because 10 years is a very short time period, and I'm not sure that I'm actually going to be able to start investing heavily by that point. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get... Do I want... So we need one more raise for that. Tribes want more territory. So Buryat separatists have spawned again. The separatism is gone. Oirat is no longer a valid rival. So in 3 years, we'll be able to go after them. Core this. So we'd have 29,000 Korean separatists. I say would. We will have that many separatists, but they won't all spawn in one spot. They'll be in 2 different armies, and I'm pretty sure we'll be able to handle both of those armies. I want to make sure that I keep my corruption at 0. So Ming is outraged with us, but there's really not much they can do. We're currently their tributary, so they can release us as a tributary. Which would be suboptimal for them, because then they lose a tributary. And a massive one at that. these Japanese naval battles going on. So, we've eaten half of Korea. Can make a snack out of the other half later. Do I want to go after Mongolia and Oirat? How big am I now? I'm up to 382 development. Holy shit. Yeah, going into Korea is a good deal. Now the problem is that Ming is really, really pissed at me right now. I have 123 aggressive expansion with them. So, if I break the tributary status, they're probably going to declare war on me with priority. So the question here is, who can I ally with? I can ally with these guys. The problem with that is that they're directly adjacent to Ming. So, with them being directly adjacent to Ming, I don't feel like they're a good target. If we discard T, civilization will surely follow. Okay, so I actually think that I should stop conquering for now. I need to get some of these bonuses in play. Okay, we lost stability, but we now have a much, much better ruler, and our heir is actually quite good. Our heir is a 4-5-3, so as long as we keep this guy alive, we should be okay. So let's see here. If I were... Interesting. So... it's gonna cost me a shit ton to do this, but it might not be as bad as I think. Okay. So we now got the yellow shamanism thing going. That'll help us a little bit. Okay, so let's see here. We have access right now to a guy who increases discipline, which is good, but... we really need... Okay. They all showed up in one place? Oh, shit. if they all spawn in one place, how the hell am I going to deal with them? Hmm. Do we want to raise these banners? Okay, I guess we have to raise all of our banners. This is what? 6. 6,000 extra. Cavalry, a sufficiently large number to deal with this problem. Let's see how bad this is. -3. So we're going to be outnumbered, but they have a really, really, really bad leader. And we should have at least some... Okay, good. We have +1 to land leader shock coming out of this guy, which is good. So when we do get the leader, he'll have at least 1 shock. So the goal here is going to just be to get them into our terrain. So grasslands or something along those lines. So... So here's a question. Did the separatism here go away? No. This is grasslands. This is hills. So we're not attacking them where they are now. Our goal is to have them attack us here. If they attack us here, we're in flat terrain, but also have a benefit. In addition, I can get this guy who isn't around anymore. Shit. So I can't get that guy. Cancel this mission. Okay, we need a general, so let's get him now. 4 shock. Yeah, that's what I like to see. So he's a 2... Unfortunately, we're not going to be... So we're going to go ahead and siege this down. Take this back as well. think they're going to charge into the mountains, unfortunately. Let's see if they move to Pyongyang. If they do, that's great for us. If they don't, that's really shitty for us, because there's really not a lot of flat terrain around. Get bigger going somewhere else. Doro 15th. Hills, mountains. Yeah, I mean, as long as they're puttering around up here, we're not going to be able to get any progress. Also, our separatism is going to be continuously going up. Beacon or insolent fools. So... I mean, there is some advantage to fighting in the mountains because we do have the we'd have a +6 shock compared to them in the mountains, which is a little ludicrous. No specific type of separatist, just separatists generally. Okay, so got something else cored. This is hills. This is mountains. Do we want to defend in these mountains? I mean, I guess we might as well try to defend in the mountains. Why are the tribes causing problems? Oh, right, no, it's over here. Isn't it? Yeah, it's this place. Kirbirisha. So this is going to be cored over. And we'll see how this goes. They'll have a -2 penalty here, and we have a +4 in shock. So... Oh my god, a 9? Okay. It's like a 9-0. This is not a good thing. Okay, so we finished dealing with the rebels for now. Remove Korchin from the map. Reclaim Fudali. I really don't care very much, but getting the inspiring victory thing will ensure that my next missions are not being filled up by stuff that gives inspiring victory. And inspiring victory is fine, so don't... So since I have all these cores here, conquering these guys is going to be very, very productive. I'm actually going to leave one regiment here to block off retreat into Sakhalin. Alright, so we're now going to drop off a siege unit here. These guys are going to beer shot. They're probably just going to go to here. And with these guys here, we have... We're going to block them from retreating to... The only place they can retreat to right now would be Fudali? I guess Fudali or Kuru. Either one. Assuming that they... Yeah, we're gonna get a penalty, so... It wasn't a big enough penalty. Alright, so we're splitting this army in half. We're sending half of them to Fudali. And this guy has absolutely no siege skill, so we don't have to worry about that. And I'm a dope. Okay, we're gonna wait until next month. And then we're going to chase these guys down. We don't want them causing problems for us. Arrive on the 19th. They're going to leave on the 26th. There we go. So now we pop over here. This guy. Finished this, so we're moving to Kuru. Okay, we're gonna pause this again. Need one guy here. And just deal with Beresia first. Whoops. I didn't realize that the tribes were still spawning here. And back. So those are the only rebels that we currently have. Ready? Well. That was weird. Okay, so they sent me as a rival. And I don't think morale of armies matters right now, honestly. I don't think... I guess it does because I'm going to be fighting rebels a little bit, but in all honesty, I feel like tax modifier is better than that for right now. So I'm just going to start fabricating claims on random stuff because I don't really know or care what the biggest ones are. So we're going to finish Korea before we break free from Ming. Okay, we have 8,000 troops here. I don't think we're gonna arrive in time. So China's currently Uzbek is now considered friendly to me. Okay, so I'm gonna ally with Uzbek once I can. And we're gonna go wipe these guys out. They have no leader. So I might actually have changed my mind instantaneously. Because if I can ally with Uzbek... And why does it say that we broke our alliance with them? That's such bullshit. Let's see. Wait, if I can get the Timurids to ally me, I guess I can't though. So yeah, if the Timurids would be willing to get an alliance with me, that would be pretty amazing for me. So Chagatai, bunch of territory that's occupied by Ming. Oh, right. We want to welcome the immigrants in Ferdin, which gives me 1 base production. But I guess giving 1 base production is better because it's permanent. Alright, so we won the siege. And we just do the annexation. Yahoo. Anything else we need to do? Nope. Okay, so we can now set a rival. Guess we'll set the Ashikaga as a rival because that makes sense. Don't I already have Inspiring? I just got an Inspiring Victory. so we should be able to get there. And we do have some autonomy here. I want more. The autonomy there is 0. Okay, so let's see. Guess we don't have anything that has super high autonomy. So let's just give this to the tribes. And geez, they want more. They always demand more. Alright, so these guys are already at 51. They were at 40 just a second ago. So whatever events they're getting, those are really potent. Now, do I want to just do this? I think yes. We're going to spend 2 more Diplo power, and Renaissance is now present. So now all we need is to accumulate a shit ton of money. So let's take a look. How much money is this going to cost us? Currently 476. What is the terrain of the capital? Grasslands. What's the terrain of Beijing? Farmlands. Shenyang is grasslands, though, so... Okay, so we need an alliance with Uzbek. And we don't want an alliance with these guys. Can we get an alliance with you? I can 100% get an alliance with Chagatai if I want. Chagatai is allied with Nogai. I could get an alliance with Oirat. Aren't they my rival? No, they're too small to be my rival. So I could get an alliance with Oirat and Uzbek. Oirat is allied with Uzbek, the Timurids, and okay, so we definitely need to do this. So we're gonna get a royal marriage going here. And we're going to offer an alliance. And we are then going to pull away from Ming. Now, if we have an alliance with Oirat... Let's see. If we have an alliance with Oirat, then we... if they declare war, basically if Ming declares war, they are declaring war on me, Oirat, and Uzbek simultaneously. So we're going to go ahead and revoke our tributary status now. In 7 days, we will revoke our tributary status. It's tempting to get a royal marriage with them first. If I get a royal marriage with them, they can't declare war on me directly. We're doing the royal marriage first. So royal marriage first. And then we're going to cancel our tributary status with them. And that will start the tick toward the, basically the dissolution of Ming. So we don't have anyone to go after, though, unfortunately. So we can cancel tributary with them. And now they go, what the hell? And we are now a great power. Ming is like, WTF, might. Okay. So, my goal now is, I guess, just to accumulate some money. Do I want to get rid of some of my soldiers? It's not even possible for me to placate Ming, so I'm not going to do that. Remove Korchin from the map. Korchin is a tributary state of Ming. So, convert these guys to Tengri. So what's my call? I think my call is I'm going to take out a loan if I have to. I'm going to have to, but I'm going to take out a loan when I need to in order to embrace Renaissance. I don't want to do it too early because the earlier I do it, the earlier Ming gets their business in order. So we've got a royal marriage with Uzbek as well now, which solidifies our alliance better. And root out corruption is why I'm losing a bunch of money. So we should have a positive cash flow once we get that resolved. So for some reason we have Yaren separatists in those places. I guess it's because it's not cord. Once it is cord, I think that they go away. Is that the truth? Maybe not. Well, it's fine. So now we have a waiting game. We, on the plus side, so there should be a stable government. You guys should shut up and let me rule. I am the true leader. Okay. So, Ming is now not at war with anyone, and interestingly enough, they can't be at war with anyone. So, they're non tributaries even before we trigger this, because me, Chagatai, and Oirat are all allied together. They don't have a truce. I think that the truces are what do it. So, Chagatai is currently at war with him. That's not a good thing to have. That puts the serious weakness in the alliance to have Chagatai look. Oh, wait, no. I'm an idiot. What am I thinking? So, Uzbek is currently at war with Nogai. And we don't want to end up at war with the Ming now. We want to basically wait for that thing to trigger. But interestingly enough, when that does trigger, they're almost instantly going to be so weak that I can probably just declare war on them and just start mashing faces in. Because if we look, Ming has 80,000 troops and no manpower right now. And as they lose mandate, things will just keep going in our direction. Interestingly enough, would they help Korchin if I attack them? Yes. Also, I have a truce with them. Buryatia, however, has no truce with me, and is easily annexable, so let's go annex them. And my corruption's now at 0, so my finances are looking better again. If I were to take a loan, it's amazing how much better my finances are when I'm not colonizing. But I also haven't done any teching at all, so... Do I want to force them to be a vassal? I don't think a little 4K army is going to help, honestly. It's too small an army, and they're not going to be probably merging it with mine. Okay, we'll do a tribal conquest here. So, if I do this, how long will it take before I can embrace Renaissance? Alright, we're gonna leave these guys here for 2 months just to get all the loot. You know, that's silly. We're just gonna... Oh, I should have done... After I'd already waited for most of the month, I should have just left them there for the final bit. But, you know, common sense and all that. So, Oirat is gonna bring to bear pretty good amount of troops. Unfortunately, a bunch of them are the Mongolian troops that will not actually be useful. So, Uzbek... Yeah, I think that if we keep things solid with Uzbek... The Yerin Separatists. Booty. Okay, booty, I can go ahead and just increase the autonomy, and that's fine. I'm actually just going to do it in all of them. Just eliminate that off the map. It's not great to do, but these provinces are mostly trash, so... Okay, so, unpausing the game. And now we have about 20 years before we're going after Ming. During that time, I should be able to start getting my humanism stuff situated. So if I were to declare war on you... 50% cost for all provinces. Why does taking the Mandate of Heaven give 50% reduction in cost for taking? I guess it's just because the... thinger is so... Shit. So we won the siege, and we're gonna go ahead and do this. Yoink. So I guess the Buryat are just considered to be part of my culture. And as a result, I can't have separatists as the Manchu from Buryat. Okay, so it's going to cost 447 right now. It's going to take 14 years for that to finish. So it's going to take, I don't know, maybe 5 years for me to accumulate my money to where I need it to be. But the other nice thing... Actually, I need to start building a spy network in Ming, now that I think about it. So they're currently at 0. They're eventually going to get bonuses from prosperity as long as they stay at peace. Even if they go to war, they're going to get bonuses from prosperity unless they go to war with us. So we're actually going to be able to pull ahead of France soon. see. My horde unity. Didn't I already have that? Oh, truce. Gotcha. So, humiliate rival. Sounds like a great way to get myself plastered by... I guess not really get myself plastered. I just have to fight off tons of dinky little armies and then accomplish absolutely nothing because I couldn't take any territory. So, let's see. We have removed Korchin from the map, and we don't have a truce with Korchin, so how about we remove Korchin from the map? It'll also give me a little bit of horde unity, but not a lot. Really, really not a lot. Okay, so the next tech is a pretty decent one. Oh, yeah, that'll call Ming into it, so never mind. Never mind, then. So, interestingly enough, the province that I need, that is usually held by Mongolia, is currently held by the Ming. So, because Ming holds that province instead of Mongolia, it should be good. We should basically just go for all of our cores as well as our claims in this next war. That will allow us to form Qing. And I think that the reason that I lost the Mandate of Heaven thing when I formed Qing was because I had a truce with them. So I didn't have that Casus Belli because it's the same as like Humiliate Rival, where if you have a truce, you don't have access to that Casus Belli. So we are just casually waiting. I guess we should pump up our speed. We're waiting to get Renaissance. It's going to take us about 3 more years. And the other thing that I need to do... So 3 years is going to drop me by another... substantial amount here. But as long as I'm not spending my military power on anything else, so for instance, if I don't get standardized pikes, I can keep my horde unity pretty high. And speaking of keeping my horde unity high, take a look here. The Korchin separatists are causing problems again, as they are wont to do. And I'm going to go ahead and pop this up to 85. So we now have Korean and Korchin separatists causing problems for us. If I go to Buduna, I can clear out the Korchin separatists completely, I think. Yeah. So we're just going to wait for that to get up to about 90%. And then we're just going to increase the autonomy. Ming just declared war on us. And they're declaring war on us, which is interesting because it means that that brings Oirat and Uzbek into it. But does not bring any of our other allies into it. So, can I embrace the Renaissance while I'm at war? So I have 24,000 troops. Let's see if there's any more banners to raise. We do have some more banners to raise. We have considerable number of banners to raise, actually. Okay, we're gonna go over to Hulan. And we do not want... We have to be careful here because they are still strong. They have not had the event fire yet. And we need to wait for that event to fire before we start doing anything too dangerous. On the plus side, we have a very good leader right now. He has 4 shock. And 4 shock is quite a lot when you're dealing with steppe tribes. Now, unfortunately, okay, we don't have anybody who can give us some bonus discipline, which would be a nice additional bonus. So we have 22,000 troops there. We need to pull back. What am I thinking? This army hasn't formed yet, so we need to wait another few months. These guys are going straight to me. Well, you guys have fun with that. So why am I losing? Holy shit. I don't understand why I'm losing this fight. Oh shit, they're going the wrong way. That's a bad place to be. So why did I lose? This is a serious problem. Okay, so... I think... Okay, so... we need a quarter of our army at any given time. Alright, so we should be able to just pop up into here. Assuming that these guys don't come straight for me. It looks like they're not. These guys don't even have a leader, do they? So, if we don't finish these guys off extraordinarily quickly, then I don't know what the hell is going on. Why are we not... Oh, where'd my leader go? That's why I lost? Oh no! Did my leader die? Right before the fight started? Again, this happened to me. How many times is this gonna happen to me? Okay, so that's what happened. I lost the fight because my leader died. Okay. So, we have a leader. He's kind of a dope. I can do this. I'm also gonna do war taxes. And let's see. Anything else I can do to help here? Luckily, he does have 0 shock. So we have a 2 shock advantage. They do have mobility. He will arrive tomorrow, so... We're just gonna retreat out. We have a bunch of Qing separatists right now because that's clearly what we need. And let's see. I completely forgot to actually deal with the Qing separatists because Ming attacked me. Okay, so... So, these mountains. Really don't want to be attacking into the mountains. Okay, we're just gonna wait here until our troops have recovered a bit. We're unfortunately losing the war right now, and the fact that we're losing this war means that they are not actually accruing that penalty. Can I afford to wait another month? Okay, I can try to get there. What? Shit, the Oira just pieced out already. So we're gonna try to arrive on November 5th. And if I can't win this fight, I can't win it. What? Why is my military, why is this showing up as 0.5? They have rank 6. Oh, shit. That's why I'm losing so badly. Okay, so the problem with this strategy that I just exhibited here is that because I don't actually spend enough time under them, I don't have the opportunity to get up to rank 6. So what's going on right now is they are like super ludicrously far ahead of me in military technology, and they're just crushing because that's what you do when you have that big of a difference. So I don't get a bonus from level 6 here, but you do get another fire bonus, or sorry, another shock bonus for infantry at rank 6. So if I'm gonna do this, I think that everything up until me stopping, ceasing to be a tributary of Ming, everything up to that point was just about perfect. Also, don't I have a... We will not marry our enemies. So I guess they declared war on us as soon as their leader died or whatever. I wonder what happens. Ah, this, okay, offer tribute. So I can just become a tributary right now. I lose 100 prestige from this. Okay, well, I'm gonna lose 100 freaking prestige, which sucks. But what I can do is go after Korea and the other people again. So, unfortunately, they're not going to get that disaster. So, some of my rebels are going to wipe themselves off on the Ming. And what does that mean for me? I also have these guys over here doing absolutely nothing. That's useful. Oh god. And let's see, we're gonna do autonomous rebel suppression. So, our goal now is what? Because once we've taken all of this, if we've got an alliance with Oirat, we don't really have a lot of room for expansion, which means that we don't have room to increase our military tech. So... I need to figure out what I'm going to do with my excess. So we've got Korean separatists spawning next. I'm actually going to boost my stability twice. Because if I do that, that doesn't do what I thought it did. I don't know why I thought that stability gave -2. I think it's that it gives +2 to unrest if it's negative. So... what is going to be our goal? Well, I can get another royal marriage with Ming. And when can I break? I think I can only break the tributary relationship. Wait. No, I can't do it now, can I? Well, screw you, Ming. I'm not going to be a tributary anymore. That's weird. Okay, so I now have another royal marriage in place with Ming. And so that was a little odd. Okay, you guys, let's go. Let's get rid. Okay, so now we have Korean separatists to deal with. And we can get rid of most of them. And I think it's probably in our best interest to do so. I actually have a pretty good idea of where they're going to spawn. So how about if I just go there? I don't want to convert any of my provinces. Don't want to placate Ming. I do want to take out a loan. Why does this cost more now? What? Shit. Taking out 2 loans. I need to do this before I get any other costs. Okay. So, this will start spreading throughout our empire now. Unfortunately, I think they reset the timer completely for having my stuff. Ah, right, I have 1,000,000 troops right now. What? What? Oh my god. The Korean separatists get the Korean military tech. Okay, I can't fight the Korean separatists. I guess that's GG right there. Okay, so... I think I'm going to have to raise more territory. So I'm going to end things here for now because I'm going to have to think a bit more on what I'm going to do in the future. I think I'm going to keep expanding into Oirat next time, but I think I'm also going to be trying to just make a habit of raising absolutely everything. Lowering my development, but increasing my my different types of power, I think is a very good trade. And if I take all this territory and I make sure to raise everything that doesn't have Manchu culture, then I think I'll be able to keep up militarily while simultaneously getting feudalism embraced, or Renaissance embraced. So if I were to do that, then I would have been in a better place militarily to fight Ming off. And they probably wouldn't have attacked in the first place if that had been the case. So anyway, that's going to be it for today. Thank you everyone for watching. It has been a pleasure to die horribly in a multitude of ways for you today, and I hope to see you all again next time.